Scorpio, 2025 was a hard year astrologically for us all, and 2026 brings in some new energies that can be greatly relieving. So in today's video, let's get into your Scorpio 2026 annual horoscope. Hello, my Scorpios, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Isabel, your spiritual rebel friend. I teach you astrology in practical ways so that you can use it as a tool for self-development and life fulfillment. And in today's video, we are talking about Scorpio's 2026 annual horoscope, where you get your complete guide to the year ahead. So in today's video specifically, we're going to cover the major theme and focus for Scorpio in 2026, the major astrological energies or additional transits of 2026, and how they will influence Scorpio, and per usual, of course, my top tips and recommendations for Scorpio's sun, moon, and rising in 2026. So if you're looking for some practical ways to apply this information, to use it as a tool for self-development, or maybe even to help you set your New Year's resolutions, watch through to the end of today's video. And if you want to know what lies ahead for you based off of your unique birth chart and your unique life story in the year of 2026, then I invite you to book a reading down in the description box below, where in 30 minutes or 1 hour, we can go deep into your soul's unique energetic imprint. If you have questions about readings, let me know down in the comments below. So first off, what is the major theme and focus for Scorpio's sun, moon, and risings in the year of 2026? In order to understand the future and where you are headed, Scorpio, let's talk a bit about the past, because 2025 really does play into your 2026 story. In 2025, Scorpio has experienced the biggest challenges, losses, and changes in their communities, friend groups, social spheres, sense of purpose, and big projects. Though you may feel like you were challenged to let go in your communities, maybe letting go of friend groups, at the same time, you have won the greatest prize of passion rediscovered, play, creative expression, inspiration, and hobbies that light up your soul. And the reason that this is a theme for you is because the North Node was transiting Pisces and the South Node was transiting Virgo in 2025. However, this story isn't over yet, because this theme follows you into the first 6 months of 2026, making it a major theme and focus for you this year. Scorpio's sun, moon, and rising, do you feel like over the past year of 2025, you have let go of friend groups massively? Maybe you have let go of a specific friend group, or you've released the need to be accepted by a friend group, or simply that sense of belonging you once felt with a certain community is no longer there. Maybe this is a story that's played out for you over 2025. And maybe additionally with that, you've rediscovered what your personal passions are. Scorpios have been on a 1-year journey in 2025 of developing what makes their life enjoyable outside of what they get from other people. They've developed their passions, they've developed their hobbies, they've developed their interests, and they maybe even started dating once again for the sake of just life enjoyment, learning to take life with more of a grain of salt and create a greater sense of daily life enjoyment through filling it with the simplistic things that make life enjoyable, like our hobbies and our interests. Maybe even too, Scorpios have experienced a sense of losing their sense of purpose over the year of 2025. Maybe they felt like they had this clear idea of what purpose meant at one point in time, and 2025 has challenged them to let that go. And 2026 takes this theme even further. You are still in this North Node Pisces journey and South Node Virgo journey for 6 more months. And so one of the major themes and focuses for you in 2026 is all about you further pursuing what makes you live an enjoyable life. With the North Node in Pisces and in your 5th house, you are called to grow to and grow through daily life passions, pleasures, and play. You're developing a more playful attitude and a more trusting attitude in your dating life and in how you find sense of life enjoyment on a day-to-day basis. You're cultivating your hobbies and your creative expression. Maybe many of my Scorpios out there have developed a certain creative project of some kind, and you're still cultivating this in 2026. You're called to focus on what you truly love outside of social dynamics and truly let go of what no longer serves you in regards to social dynamics, social groups, communities, and what your definition of purpose is. Many Scorpios have over 2025 let go of self-sacrificing behaviors for the sake of feeling a sense of importance, purpose, or a sense of belonging with community. And you are further letting go of any of those self-sacrificing habits that no longer serve you. So if you are giving too much effort and time to a certain group, a community, a mission, or something for the sake of feeling a sense of purpose, you're letting that go in 2026 and coming back to wholeness, back to yourself, to live the life that you love. Now, halfway through the year, we are going to have a big shift, which shifts the major focuses and themes for you. So really, 2026 is divided into two parts for you, Scorpio. In the second half of the year, the North Node will leave Pisces and enter Aquarius, and therefore the South Node will leave Virgo and enter Leo, which embarks you on an 18-month journey to developing detachment, innovation, purpose, and vision in your home, family, roommates, and place you live. And with that, you are releasing the need to seek pleasure, fun, and attention in your career, profession, and authority roles. You're shifting career paths or ways of gaining recognition in 2026, starting in July. So, Scorpios, what I really see playing out for you with these both transits combined, of the North Node being in Pisces and then in Aquarius, is that there's probably a way you've been moving through the world, moving through social groups, moving through life that puts you in a mode of being and a personality that has become comfortable but not you. Maybe you feel like you take on a certain role in your social groups and in your career, and maybe these are very intertwined for you. Your social group is through your career, and you're letting that go in 2026. You may find also too, with the North Node transiting Aquarius in your fourth house, that there may be a call for you to change something about your home and family dynamics. With the North Node in Aquarius in your fourth house in the second half of the year, you are shifting your focus towards finding a home, a family, a place of belonging that truly feels like home to you. For many, this can bring up a desire to grow and expand your family. For others, this can bring the call or the urge to move across the world or move to a different place. Simply put, any sort of frustration that you have in your home and family must be addressed. And with that, your frustration in your career is also being addressed. So with the North Node in Aquarius and South Node in Leo in the second half of the year, you are releasing what no longer serves you in your career and profession. And this can be a very scary transit. If you want to know kind of what's in store for you, talk to a Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising, because they've been going through the same thing and will be for the next 6 months as you are going to start with in 2026, July specifically. So Sagittarius is kind of going through a similar cycle with where the South Node and North Node are currently at. Scorpio, in 2026, you are feeling called to release what no longer serves you in your career. It doesn't matter how much recognition you get or how seen you are if it's not authentic to you. And I think even deeper, what is going on here for Scorpios is that you realize that you can have all the success in the world, but if you don't love where you live and if you don't feel like you have a place to call home, it means nothing. So 2026 in the second half really calls you to cultivate that sense of home. In the first half, you really cultivated what you love, what your passions, your interests, your hobbies are, and how you want to move through your dating life. And then with that foundationally in place, now you can ask yourself, where do I want to do these things? And so I really do think that in 2026, many Scorpios are going to feel a call to move, or at the very least, kick out certain irritating roommates. And they are meant to strive for the ultimate win in their home and family life in 2026. So overall, 2026 at large calls you to honor what you uniquely love, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising, whichever placement you have of Scorpio energy. And you're honoring who you are and what you love through prioritizing the things you do on a daily basis for the sake of life enjoyment, your passions, your play, your hobbies and interests, and then where you want to be in order to love your career. You are changing homes and you are releasing the self-sacrificing or inauthentic behaviors in your more seen, communal, and professional environments. And per usual, as we have every year, there are 2-month-long seasons where this energy and these lessons are most in focus, and that is our eclipse seasons. So mentally note, Scorpio, that the times where these major focuses and themes will feel most accentuated, like the dial is turned up, is going to be February and March of 2026, the end of February, beginning of March specifically, we will have an eclipse in Aquarius and in Virgo. And then in August, we will have our second eclipse season with an eclipse in Leo and in Pisces. One final quick note I want to make on these major themes for you. Some planetary factors that are coming in for extra aid to the nodes of fate is Jupiter is going to be in Leo and Pluto is going to be in Aquarius, which simply put means that Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, I know it can sound scary to say that the South Node is making you release what no longer serves in your career. Many people with this transit lose careers, lose jobs because they no longer serve them. However, I do also want to add that with Jupiter in Leo this year, not only are you letting go of what no longer serves you in your career, profession, and where you have authority, but you're also expanding this. Jupiter brings expansion to whatever it transits over. And so you are expanding your career, expanding your profession, expanding your authority in 2026, as well as releasing what no longer serves you. The kind of energy this brings is you know what you want in your career, Scorpio, and now it's time to step up to the plate to make that happen. There's a phrase I was raised with a lot, and I feel like I don't hear many other people say it, but oftentimes my mom will tell me, in order to grab the pint, you have to let go of the cup. Or similarly, if you want the gallon, you have to drop the pint. So where are you holding on to too little in your career, Scorpio? You're going to realize in 2026 because you're ready to step into that pint, that gallon, that greater fulfillment in your career. And much more relevant to 2027, but still present in 2026 with Pluto in Aquarius alongside where the North Node is going to be, especially as we get to 2027. Not only are you developing and growing to and growing through your home life, your family, and the place you call home, you're also transforming generational beliefs here. So maybe over 2026, you're going to realize certain generational beliefs you were raised with about home and family, certain things you were taught to accept about family, or healing generational wounds associated with moving, family, or who you live with. Those are the major themes for you, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. However, this is your entire 2026 forecast. And though the nodes of fate are really the main characters, just as we have in movies, we always have supporting roles, and that's what these additional transits are. So let's get into some of the major astrological transits and energies of 2026 and how they will affect you, Scorpio. First off, Jupiter will be transiting Cancer direct March through June in 2026. And for you, Scorpio, this is expanding your capacity for emotional nurturance and fulfillment in your personal beliefs and ideologies. You're expanding your worldview, growing your faith, expanding your travels, and developing beliefs that nurture you. Jupiter has been transiting Cancer since last June, so June of 2025, and has gone retrograde, and in March will station direct. This is a one-year story about you developing personal beliefs that you can truly hold integrity in, that emotionally support you. Over the past year's time, many Scorpios have probably realized that they're not holding personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs that keep them emotionally supporting themselves. And they've learned to develop more emotionally supportive beliefs over the past year. You can expect with March through June of 2026 to be reaping the rewards and experiencing the fulfillment of this journey you've been on to developing your beliefs. Many Scorpio sun, moon, and risings could be feeling when they get to March through June of 2026 that they are hitting this point where they realize I've truly aligned with beliefs that make me feel good, or I've aligned with beliefs that actually make me support myself. And this can be greatly rewarding. And with that as well, this is also the house of travel. So maybe many Scorpios out there are discovering how they like to travel and reaping the reward or coming to a fruition point with how they travel. Neptune and Saturn will tag team, move alongside each other in Aries throughout the year. So in January and February, Neptune and Saturn will once again enter Aries, where they will remain instead of going back and forth into Pisces. And then June and July, Neptune and Saturn will station retrograde in the sign of Aries, and December they will station direct. This is you discovering and upholding ideals for yourself in your health, habits, routines, work, rhythms, and schedules. Discipline meets your dreams in your daily life to bring greater structure, authority, and leadership in how you prioritize your wellness and workload. Neptune and Saturn together really do bring this energy of making our dreams real. Wherever Saturn transits, this is an area of life where we have gained more authority. And recent times, Scorpios have been developing their health, their habits, their well-being, their routines to better honor their need for independence and what they uniquely need. And with Neptune and Saturn now here, you are stepping into greater authority in your daily life to uphold your daily needs. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, with Neptune and Saturn here in 2026, you have more influence over the people you interact with on a day-to-day basis. Use that to your benefit and use it wisely. And also use this strength to uphold your ideals and visions for what you want your health to look like. I think many Neptune or many Scorpios, Sun, Moon, and Risings this year will be feeling this sense that they are revolutionizing their health and redefining what health really means to them and upholding higher ideals. This is almost the energy of, well, how healthy can I be? I think of like the biohackers and the people who say, well, health is not just getting sleep and eating food. It's something very specific. It's maybe waking up with the sunrise and biohacking, all these things, doing cold plunges, whatever it is. If you have a vision for what you want your health to be and what you want your daily rhythm to be, you have the structure, authority, and power to make it happen in 2026 with Neptune and Saturn here in Aries. Uranus will station direct in Taurus and enter Gemini once and for all in 2026. It will go retrograde in Gemini in September, but overall, the main thing I want to focus on here is that Uranus is leaving Taurus once and for all, which is wrapping up for you Scorpios a 7-year story around your relationships and partnerships. If you are a Scorpio who has been through the ringer over the past 7 years of feeling a lack of security or having to redefine security in relationship to others, if you've experienced relationship losses, relationship changes, whether that's romantic or friendship or business, these are now stabilizing as we enter 2026. And with Uranus now in Gemini, this is a longer form or longer term story, but overall what you can expect from 2026 with this energy here is unexpected changes begin with your intimate relationships, healing journey, and relationship expectations, which enable you to be more curious and lighthearted in this area of life. So what this energy really brings for Scorpios is this feeling of, I now know how to manage and find security in my more superficial relationships, in my basic relationships. But when it comes to creating an intimate connection, this is now being redefined. You know how to structure relationships, but now you're learning how to deepen them, and you're learning a new perspective on how to deepen relationships in 2026. And last but certainly not the least, per usual, Mercury will station retrograde 3 times this year. And this year, it's going retrograde in all 3 water signs, coinciding with the water sign seasons. So in February/March, Mercury will retrograde in Pisces. June/July, Mercury will retrograde in Cancer. And September/October, Mercury will retrograde in your sign, Scorpio. Wherever Mercury transits, it brings a desire to reflect and reassess. And for this particular year, you are reflecting and reassessing your emotional needs, as well as how you express your feelings through your appearance, through your creativity, and through your personal beliefs. This can bring up a desire to revisit old passions and worldviews, as well as developing your ability to express yourself authentically and emotionally. Naturally, water signs are more in tune to water energy, but how it's expressed is going to shift over time. And so this is an energy for you, Scorpios, of reflecting and questioning how you naturally express your emotions and how this shows through your physical appearance, how you appear to other people, as well as how you express your emotions through creativity, through your personal passions, as well as how you express yourself emotionally through your personal beliefs and ideologies. You're wanting to cultivate a deeper emotional connection to yourself and others through your passions, beliefs, and personality this year. And these Mercury retrogrades, though they are happening in your sign and may hit you more hard, it brings, simply put, a desire for deeper introspection. So with that all in mind, given now that you understand all the transits that are coming your way in 2026 Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, what are my top tips and recommendations for you to practically align to these energies? And I always love talking about this segment because it gives the opportunity to bring up an important reminder about astrology, at least how I viewed it after working with hundreds of clients and seeing this in my own personal experience and in the personal experience of my loved ones, which is, in the end, the North and South Node are the main characters. And so always my top tips and recommendations reflect the main characters. Yes, Saturn will affect you. Yes, Neptune can affect you. Yes, Mercury retrograde will. But in the end, these almost all act as servants to the greater players that are the North and South Node. It's like if you used a chessboard or a chess game. The North and South Node transits are the king and the queen, and all the other transits are like the pawns, where they're players, but if we lose the king and queen, the game's over. I haven't actually played chess in a long time, guys, so if I said that wrong, I'm sorry, but you get the point. So in top tips and recommendations for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, let's talk a bit about how you can align to the North Node's transits, which first, the North Node will be in Pisces for the first 6 months of the year. And therefore, the South Node is transiting Virgo in your 11th house. What do you still need to let go of in regards to self-sacrificing behaviors in your community and in the things you do for a sense of purpose? Better way I would even phrase that is, Scorpio, take stock of the things you do truly for the sake of feeling purposeful and important. What makes you feel important in this world? What makes you feel like you have a purpose? What gives you a sense that I know why I'm here? Maybe it's a project you're working on. Maybe it's a community service. Maybe it's a friend group. Wherever or whatever it is, I want you to ask yourself, do I have self-sacrificing behaviors here? Do I put in too much effort? Or do I value myself only based off of what I do in these regards? You're being called to let go of any material outlooks that you have in this area of your life. And simply put, spending time away from communities that feel like they drain you are encouraged stepping into 2026. And with that, the best way to fill your cup is do what you love. So Scorpios, what have you learned to love? What do you love to do? What makes you feel like life is fun, life is playful, life is exciting? Do those things. Do things that prioritize your personal peace and harmony. And if you don't know what those are, a simple little resolution I would give to many Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Risings out there is develop your hobbies by experimenting with new hobbies, whether that's art or poetry or going on runs, joining some sort of book club. Do things for the sake of personal interest and experiment with your personal interests in 2026. And then when the North Node shifts into Aquarius into your 4th house and the South Node enters Leo into your 10th house, ask yourself, where do I feel seen in the wrong light as an authority? What do I no longer want in my career? How does my career and profession feel misaligned? What would the ultimate win be for my career? How do I want to expand this? And what do I have to let go of in order to make space for that expansion? If I could have any job and do it in any way, what would I do? That major question there could be a big one for you this year, Scorpios, to just contemplate. You don't have to have the answer right away. And after all, with the South Node transiting here for 18 months, starting in July of 2026, you will be by default contemplating this question and not have all the answers right away because it'll take 18 months. And with the North Node in Aquarius, what does home mean to you? What were you taught to believe home means? What would your ideal home look like? And I don't even mean just physically, though you can absolutely go and design your dream home. But what does home look like? Is it somewhere where your family can gather? Is it somewhere where you can hide behind closed doors? Is it somewhere in nature where you have easy access to connecting to source energy? Is it somewhere where it's easy to connect with other people and meet strangers and talk to neighbors? What does home look like to you? What would your dream home look like? Where would you want to live? I think many Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Risings are going to feel the call to move in 2026. So strive for the ultimate win in your home, strive for the ultimate win in your passion. And the last thing I will note that I did not talk about with the North Node in Pisces is strive for the ultimate win in dating. What do you want dating itself to look like for you if you are a Scorpio who is avid about dating? Many Scorpios and many people say, you know what, don't even want to do that, and that's all right too. You don't have to if that's not what you feel called to. But with the North Node in Pisces, you are capable of achieving the ultimate win in your dating life as well in the first 6 months of 2026. And that is all I have for you regarding Scorpio's horoscope for 2026 at large. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your Scorpio placement? What are your resolutions for 2026? And how has 2025 been for you? Share down below what you have learned, share your wisdom, because it may just be the thing another fellow Scorpio needs. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos breaking down the stars and more. If you are a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising who wants to learn more about what is specifically going to come your way based off of your unique birth chart and your unique life story, which does influence how the stars affect us, then I invite you to book a reading down below. I mean, after all, a single Scorpio living in England is not going to be going through the same exact thing, even if the transit is the same, as a married with kids Scorpio living in Oregon or Utah or somewhere on the East Coast. It's just different stories give you a different interpretation. And so if you want to get your complete guide to what exactly is in store for you this year ahead, and you want to get clear on what your resolutions can, should, or could be, book a reading down below. 30 minutes or an hour long. You can learn more down below and comment down below if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Until next time, once again, my name's Isabel, and from my heart to yours, namaste.